I have 1,000 tattoos on my body. Each of them is a symbol of my love. Unhappy, unrequited, ex. In each relationship, I plunged into it headfirst, gave all of myself without rest. It's hard to believe that I've been in so many relationships, but I have. Some fleeting and some serious. My fastest romance lasted exactly 10 minutes, but once gone around the corner, another began. I'll tell you my story and what my tattoos mean. My name is Selena. I'm probably older than you are now, but my first love happened when I was just 5 years old. I fell in love with my neighbor, Austin. We often played together, built sandcastles on the beach in California, sunbathed together, and drank one milkshake after another. California is a wonderful place, especially for open hearts.
Would you like a smoothie? Strawberries on top? Yeah? Eat them. You always give them to me. Why? Because they're the tastiest.
Our parents got along so well, so Austin and I saw each other a lot. And then one day, we went on a family trip with my dad. It lasted a month. You can't imagine how hard it was not to communicate and not to see Austin for a month. It felt like an eternity for me. But lo and behold, my dad's business trip was never ending. And then I was told we were going to stay in this new place.
What? No! You told me we were going to be here for 1 month.
I understand, honey, but circumstances have changed. We have to stay here. This is where my job is.
But I haven't got Austin here.
You'll make new friends here, too.
You don't understand, Daddy. He's not my friend. I love him.
Well, honey, it's a bit too early to talk about that kind of thing.
Love doesn't care about age. We promised each other a milkshake.
Mom also tried to calm me down, but it did not help. I cried into my pillow every day. I wanted to see him again. I kept waiting for the moment when I would finally be able to go back there. So a year went by, and one day, my mother said she and I were going to visit my grandmother in California for a couple of weeks. Now that was happiness. I could just imagine how Austin might have changed in a year. I mean, we hadn't spoken all this time. When I arrived, after lunch with Grandma, I went with my mom to visit Austin and his parents. On the way, I bought a milkshake and asked for a strawberry on top. All of a sudden, I saw him on the beach that my mom and I were driving by. He was walking with some girl, and they were holding a milkshake, and she ate his strawberry. My heart shattered to pieces.
Mom, let's get out of here.
What? But you wanted to go.
Let's go.
You may think it's strange, like what is love at 5 or 6 years old? But it was. I didn't leave the house for 2 weeks at my grandmother's, and I told my mom not to talk to Austin's parents. I threw away all my pictures of him, tore up his drawings, and threw away his presents. My heart was closed until I was 13, and then I met another boy. His name was Julius, an aristocrat, smart, rich, and well-mannered. At first it seemed serious, but then we had a big fight over some little thing. I don't even remember what it was, and we broke up. A couple of months later, I had a new boyfriend, and then another, and another. And by the time I was 17, I had a long list of exes. And then I got depressed. I went to a tattoo parlor and met Avi, a cool tattoo artist, pretty much covered in tattoos. She looked so great in everything. I was fascinated by her coolness.
So what should we hit?
I don't know, anything. I can just feel the devastation inside of me.
Your boyfriend dumped you?
Mm-hmm.
You could get a tattoo of his name and then cross it out.
Actually, I've had like 250 exes.
What?
Exes. Are you kidding me?
No, I have that many exes. You've even outdone me.
That's not the limit.
Do you remember anything about them?
Just some individual moments. I mean, Richie was like a hammer. He loved to hammer things, especially my brains. Billy loved roses. Harry was a chef. Matt was an IT guy. Steve was bespectacled.
Listen, I've got an idea. Let's get a tattoo for each of your boyfriends.
But there's a lot of them.
And make them small and neat. You'll have a story on your body. A map of your exes, so to speak.
Okay, then. So from that moment on, Avi witnessed all my relationships. She knew everything about my exes, all but one. Over the years, our friendship intensified. It took another 7 years, and I had my arms, leg, neck, back, and even my stomach stuffed with tattoos. Only one place was left free, right under my heart. Next among the exes were a policeman, an astronaut, a model, a hairdresser, a fireman, a lawyer, a military man, and even a librarian. With each of them, the relationship rapidly ended, and so was the beginning. For my birthday, Avi gave me a cake. God, how many candles are there? Did you buy up the whole store? I'm not even that old, girlfriend. It's not your years, it's how many exes you've had. I haven't kept count. 999. What? 999 boyfriends and tattoos. I know how many I drew on your body. Oh man. One thing's missing. A strawberry. A what? I'm missing a strawberry. I don't know about him. I didn't tell you. It was my first love. That's where this whole debacle started. After Austin, my whole world collapsed. Did he have that effect on your abnormal relationships? I've been trying to numb that pain all these years, but it's not working. Maybe I should get a tattoo to put a stop to it and stop treating him like he's something special. Why don't you find him? What? You've been in 1,000 relationships. Find him. If you want to break the cycle, you have to go back to the beginning. He won't remember me anymore. He won't remember you. You told me that you're tired of these kinds of relationships, that you want something stable and comfortable, but the problem needs to be solved where it started. What am I going to tell him? Hey, thanks for dumping me at 6 years old? You've loved him since you were that little? Don't tell me you just ate sand when you were that age. I ate it too, but I also loved. My folks also met when they were 5. They got married at 19 and lived together until they were 34, until death tore them apart. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't tell me. That's okay. The point is, I believe in love. You should find him and talk to him about why he did what he did. So I went looking for Austin. Finding him was the hardest part. Turns out a man by that name doesn't exist. Avi and I went to California, where we found his house. People came out and said they had bought the house 8 years ago. Looking for Austin was like looking for a needle in a haystack. I spent 7 days in California looking for him. Avi even went through the lists of the tragically dead at City Hall. But no, it was like he never existed. Finally, exhausted, I got in my car and said, "Let's go home. This doesn't make any sense. It's like he's evaporated." "Okay, let's go. How about a motel for the night?" "No, let's go straight home." "Okay, listen, I'm thirsty. Let's go to a diner. I saw this place just outside of town." "Okay, come on." We drove up to a nice cafe. The banner had a picture of a huge strawberry on it. It reminded me of him. It made me want to cry. We went inside, Avi went to the bathroom, and I sat down and read the menu. The waiter came up to me, and I continued to choose my drinks. "Hi, what would you like?" "You have a great selection of milkshakes here. That's cool. Can I get one with a strawberry on top?" "Selena?" I looked up and saw Austin right in front of me. A shiver ran through my body. "Oh, Austin?" "Selena!" "Oh my God, Austin!" We hugged each other tightly. God, how many years has it been? "You're even more beautiful now." "Thank you." "How did you get here?" "I was looking for someone, and I couldn't find you. Did you disappear? The house is sold." "So you were looking for me?" "Mm-hmm. So what's up with the house?" We sold it, and I opened up this cafe. My parents got divorced a long time ago, and my mom gave me a different name so my dad wouldn't find me. My name is Will now." "Wow, where is she?" "She went away with my stepfather. They called me, but I decided to stay here." "Why?" "I was waiting for you." "For what?" "You promised you'd come back. We were about 6 at the time, I think, and I've been waiting for you ever since. And then I decided to open up a cafe, hoping that you'd find me." "But what? That girl you were walking on the beach with?" "That was you in the car? I thought I was imagining things. That's my sister, Nora. She came over from Norway, and I gave her our milkshake to try. It was the most delicious. What? So you were waiting for me?
Hey, Selena, this cafe is run by some sick strawberry guy. Can we get out of here? Oh, hello.
Meet Avi. This is Austin.
Nice to meet you. I'm Avi.
Hi. I'll get you something to drink. Well, that concludes my painful relationship story. It's amazing how much understatements can change. I moved in with Austin, and Avi gave me a tattoo of a strawberry under my heart. Only now, I've decided to remove the other 999 from my body.